What's up, everyone? Today we're hanging out in Arrington, Tennessee at the beautiful Arrington Vineyards. If you're not familiar with Arrington, Tennessee, it's a small town located in Williamson County, just southeast of Nashville and just south of Nolensville. So it's kind of on this corridor that's just in between Nolensville and 840. So 840 will take you around really quickly to get over to Franklin, to get to downtown Nashville, or over to Murfreesboro if that's where you need to go. So if you're trying to commute in from Arrington to downtown Nashville, it's probably going to take you about 35 to 40 minutes depending on traffic. So it's really not too bad. So like I said, Arrington is a small town. It's actually very small. So I know I say that about a lot of the little towns around here, but it's actually only about 3,000 people in Arrington. So it is very small, and you're going to have very few neighborhoods in here. So we're just going to touch on a handful of those today. Now, if this is your first time visiting my channel, my name is Jen Gramling, and I'm a realtor here in the Nashville and Williamson County and surrounding area. I just put out weekly videos trying to help you get more familiar with Nashville. If you're thinking about moving here or relocating, this channel is going to be a great resource for you. If those things apply to you, be sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you can be the first to see these videos as they're coming out. So that's the one thing about being out here. So it is very rural. Like I said, there's not a whole lot of things to do out here. So if you're wanting to come out here and you're looking for the nightlife and things like that, there's not a lot of going out opportunities in Arrington. The good news is that you're only about 35 minutes from downtown Nashville. You're only about 15 minutes from downtown Nolensville, and it really won't take you long to get over to downtown Franklin either. So you're really close to everything, but then you have the joy of being out here in Arrington. You've got space, you can see the stars, and you can sit out in your hot tub and just enjoy those wide open spaces. So it is really beautiful out here. There's a lot of rolling green hills and trees and things like that. So it's a really beautiful place to be. Not the place to be if you're looking for a lot of nightlife. So like I mentioned before, there's really only a handful of neighborhoods in Arrington, and it is a very sought after place to live. So the price point is going to be a bit higher in Arrington, and that's simply due to supply and demand. So when you've only got a few neighborhoods to choose from, obviously that price point is going to go up, and these are very nice homes in very nice neighborhoods. So that price point is going to be a little bit higher out in Arrington. Now the schools you're going to be zoned for out here are going to be Williamson County schools. So for the most part, you'll be zoned for College Grove Elementary, which is a smaller elementary school, Page Middle, and Page High. So you can look those up on greatschools.org and see what kind of ratings they get. And you can even call and talk to them, see what kind of programs they offer, what type of sports they have, things like that. And they'll be glad to talk to you and walk you through that whole process of getting registered. Okay, and so while there isn't a whole lot of things to do as far as nightlife goes, there are a couple of little gems that we should mention that are right in town, right off of Murfreesboro Road that we can talk about. And one of those is Mercantile 1858, which is an adorable little shop that I highly recommend stopping into. And then right next to that is Three French Hens, which is just relocated actually from Nolensville down this way. And that is a really cute little antique shop. People have long time loved Three French Hens. So also really worth stopping into those two places. And then also right across the street from there, you're going to see Peachtree Farms, where they host horseback riding lessons, kids camp in the summertime, and all those sorts of things. So that's a really cool place also. And then right up the street from there, you're going to have Sycamore Farms, which is 28 acres of Southern charm to host your private event. So it's an absolutely beautiful event space center, really picturesque and beautiful. So if you're holding those private events and those sorts of things, it's going to be a great place to go and do that. So if you're hosting a private event and you need a really beautiful venue for it, a wedding, a dinner, anything, this is going to be a great place for you to do that. And of course, we cannot forget the beautiful Arrington Vineyards, which is where I am right now. This is a vineyard that's located right here off 840, and there are some absolutely picturesque, beautiful views looking out over the Vineyard Valley right here. And it's just a really cool place. So you can host events here year round. You can come here and hang out. You can do wine tasting, bring your blanket and sit on this big, beautiful hill, or sit at one of the picnic tables that they have set out. You can take your flight of wine, you can take your food, you can bring a picnic, or you can buy food here. And then on the weekend, they do have live music and food trucks. So you can just come and hang out here, enjoy the music, the views, the countryside, and of course the wine. So this is one of my favorite places to hang out. Absolutely love it here. It's just really, really gorgeous to come out here and sit with your friends and have a glass of wine and look out over the views. It's just really great. Okay, so let's just touch on a couple of the neighborhoods that I want to take you through. And these are just a few of the newer neighborhoods. There are a couple of more established neighborhoods, but there really hasn't been much inventory available in those. And then also, obviously, you're going to have these rural properties with multiple acres, but those just so rarely come up for sale. But they do come up for sale. Just know that a house on many acres is probably going to be very expensive. Land in Williamson County right now is very expensive, but if that's something that you're looking for, we can totally be on the lookout for that for you. Just know those are a little bit more few and far between. Okay, so the first neighborhood that we're gonna go into is gonna be Kings Chapel. And Kings Chapel is just gonna be right off of Murfreesboro Road, really easy to get to. Now this is a gated community and they have a ton of really great amenities. You have access to the private club, beautiful saltwater swimming pool, cabana, kids pool, clubhouse, fitness area, full-time chef, and stocked fishing pond. So it's a pretty amazing place to live, and you've got just all of the amenities. It's like resort living right here in your very own neighborhood. And then on top of that, your lots are gonna be larger in here. So if you wanna put in a pool of your own and do those sorts of things, I mean, you can do tons of beautiful outdoor things in this neighborhood here. So this neighborhood is currently still being built out, and new homes are still being built by Drees as well as Tennessee Valley Homes and Old South Construction. There's a few other builders just building in there. Those are kind of the main ones. And so as you can see, just the finishes in these homes, I'm just gonna take you through a couple of these. So I don't necessarily want to drive you through, since this is a gated community, I don't feel comfortable just driving through the streets and videoing the homes like I normally would, but I feel like showing you some of these model homes and the finishes you can get in the newer homes can also give you an idea of what you can get in some of these resale homes as well. And resale homes will come up in here from time to time. So this is an older neighborhood, and so this has been being built for a while, so you will still sometimes find resale homes in this neighborhood, but you can also get those new builds. So the typical home size in this neighborhood is gonna be about 3,000 square feet to 6,000 square feet. And then the prices right now are gonna be in the $1 million+ range, with new builds starting really kind of in the mid ones. So these are gonna be high-end homes, and they're built by really great, well-respected builders from the area. These are nice sized lots. They have a lot of privacy. Like I said, you can do a lot of things outdoor here, pools, outdoor living. And really, if you're buying one of these new build homes, you can customize this in whatever way you want. If you want a dog washing station, you can do that. These are semi-custom to custom builders, so you can really build out these homes with any of the finishes that you want to. And just as you can see, these homes that they build are absolutely gorgeous. So as of the time that I am filming this right now, Drees has 3 market homes that are coming soon, that could be put under contract very soon, that are already underway, that will be completed probably sometime in the late spring to summer. And then Tennessee Valley Homes also has 3 lots available. So there is possibilities to build in here. And then there's also future phases. So there are future phases with new lots to be released. So if you're looking to build something from scratch, you can do that too. You're just probably looking more of a completion time sometime in 2023. But again, Kings Chapel is just a fantastic neighborhood, really beautiful, gorgeous resort style living. So really in Williamson County, there's not a lot of neighborhoods that have as many amenities as Kings Chapel. So if this is something you're looking for and this is something that's within your budget, then I highly recommend Kings Chapel. Okay, and then right up the street, you're gonna find Hardiman Springs. And Hardiman Springs is just gonna be a little bit smaller neighborhood, but equally as nice. Price point is gonna be higher again. It's gonna be closer to $1.5 million plus. But the houses in here and the lot sizes are gonna be larger. So you're definitely gonna have at least a half an acre in Hardiman Springs. And then the home sizes are gonna range from about 3,500 square feet to 5,000 square feet. So this is a fairly new neighborhood, so you're probably not gonna find a lot of resale coming up in here right away. Turnberry was building in here, but that side is now sold out. But there are still some new builds available in here from really lovely custom builders that you can start from scratch, picking your lot, or there's even a couple that are under construction right now that will be completed in the late spring that you could possibly pick up if you're quick enough. So like I said, lot sizes are really nice size, half an acre. They feel very private, many back to open space. And then the curb appeal, as you can see in here, is just amazing. So these houses are just really beautiful. So like I said, it's a little bit of a smaller neighborhood. It's not as big as Kings Chapel, but it does still have some amenities. They do still have a community pool and a clubhouse. And then you're gonna have a lot of the modern farmhouse look in here, a little bit more modern styles, as well as some traditional. So if it's in your budget, I highly recommend it. It's a beautiful neighborhood, definitely gonna hold its value. And with these larger lots in Arrington, it's a great place to be. Okay, and I have to mention this, but it's not gonna be very helpful right now, but Pulte has across the street from Hardiman Springs and Kings Chapel, they have a new neighborhood that is going to go in, but they won't be selling probably for another year. So if you see that online somewhere, just know that's gonna be probably another year before that's able to be sold, but we're keeping it in the back of our minds for when that time does come. At least something else is coming. And that neighborhood is gonna be called Fiddler's Glen. So if you're looking to move and start building sometime in 2023, put that on your radar. It might be something that you wanna consider. We don't have a lot of details on it yet, but as they come out, I'll continue to share. So the last two I wanna touch on is gonna be Arrington Ridge and Pine Creek, and they're gonna be located just a little bit further south, right off 840. So to start, Arrington Ridge was a neighborhood. It was built by the Jones Company, and they are all completely sold out now. So it is going to be a newer neighborhood, maybe not as much resale coming up in there right now, but in the future they probably will. So they're gonna have walking paths and things like that. No community pool, but it's a really beautiful neighborhood. They have some really great styles in there. And the Jones Company is a well-respected builder in and around this area. So you know that you're getting a great house and a really nice floor plan. A lot of really great curb appeal in here. So it's a little bit smaller of a neighborhood, but homes in here are gonna range from about 3,300 square feet up to almost 5,000 square feet. And your lot sizes are gonna be about 1/3 of an acre in here. So you've got a decent sized lot and some just really lovely homes. And those homes were originally selling for in the $700,000 to $900,000 range. And as you can imagine, with all the inflation going on, they'll continue to rise as resale in here starts to pop up, but just another neighborhood to keep on your radar. And then right across the street from Arrington Ridge is Pine Creek. And that is a new neighborhood that's being put in by Crescent Homes. And there are lots in there available. They are working through their waiting list right now, but I do believe that you could get something under contract in there if you wanted to. So these homes, and they do have a future phase coming as well. So again, just something to keep on your radar. If you're not ready to pull the trigger now, maybe it's something in the future, but they will have walking paths and a stocked fishing pond, which is kind of cute. The lots in here are gonna be about 1/4 acre. So still, again, these are gonna be nice sized lots with a lot of nature trails so you can get out and enjoy some of the beautiful outdoors. So prices in here really are in the 800s to 900s, and the homes are ranging in size from about 2,800 square feet to 4,500 square feet. And now I know they're working through their waiting list, like I said, but I do believe that you could have something under contract on one of these homes that are already underway, and those would probably be completed sometime in the spring or summer of 2022 coming up. So that could be a good option for you if you're looking for something to get into sooner rather than later and not necessarily start from scratch, but still be able to pick at least a few of your finishes. You might be able to do that in this community. Okay, so honestly, that is kind of the big summary of Arrington. So like I said, there's not a whole lot of neighborhoods in there. There are a couple of others with larger estate size lots, larger homes in the probably higher 1 million to 2 million plus type neighborhoods. So there are a couple, but there's not many, and there's really not much inventory that comes up in there regularly. So this is kind of it for the newer neighborhoods and the ones where you're going to find the most inventory. So that's kind of it for Arrington. As I said, I just really love it out here. It's so peaceful, it's so beautiful, and some really nice neighborhoods to choose from. Even though there's not a ton, there are some great neighborhoods that you can choose from and get kind of any living that you want out here. So again, my name is Jen Gramling and I'm a realtor here in the Williamson County area. If you have any questions about these neighborhoods or other neighborhoods, be sure to reach out to me. You can reach me by text, call, email, however you want to reach out to me. All my information is in the comments, so be sure to do that, and I'd be happy to help you find that perfect neighborhood for you. So like I said, be sure to subscribe, hit the notification bell so you can be the first to see these videos as they're coming out. Thanks so much, and I'll see you on the next video.